Coach, as you look back at that win over the Knicks a week or two ago, it was one of the wins that started to catapult you guys on this streak and in the way you guys are playing. What did you like about the tone your group set in that game, and how have they been able to carry it over since?
I think it started with the defensive side of the ball. Our ability to sit down and get stops, to get out and run, which led to some easy baskets. The ball was moving, we shared it, 29 assists, 33 fast break points, crashing the glass, all the things that we talk about in our process. Our ability to do that consistently was good.
That game was also the last time Paolo played. Just how is he progressing?
He's still doing non-contact work, being able to get a little bit more cardio in.
Jamahl, I know it's about the team, but where would your team be right now without Tristan da Silva? And his contributions, his shooting.
I really do believe that it's, each guy just adds a piece to it. We always talk about by committee. And, he's one of those guys that has stepped into his role and what he's been asked. He did the same thing last year when he was asked for, to step in as a starter. So he's seen this role before. But he's playing with an unbelievable amount of confidence and swagger, and that's what we need from him.
We saw Noah get the 2-game assignment with Osceola. Just looking back at how he performed, what'd you think of how he played with him?
I really think he's just finding that rhythm, just not being able to get a lot of reps, but now finding a time to be able to get on the floor. Finding that the pace of that game is a little different than up here, but just being able to recognize that and make the right plays defensively, covering. I think he's done some really good things down there for that group.
You guys really liked the way he can impact games on both sides with his size, versatility. Seeing what he did, and is that sort of what you guys envision for what he can give you at some point when the minutes are there for him?
Yeah, that's what we've asked him to do and be. When he steps on the floor for us, being able to guard multiple positions, being confident enough to step into your shot when you're open, being a ball mover and a playmaker. I think those are going to be constant keys that we'll ask of him when he steps back on the floor.
How you doing today, Coach?
How are you?
Doing well. You got Mitchell Robinson, elite offensive rebounder tonight. Steven Adams just this past weekend gave some trouble against Houston as well. Is there any way to, obviously you're going to box out and bring effort to match his energy out there, but is there any way to scheme against Mitchell Robinson or any elite offensive rebounder and maybe mess with their positioning a little bit to reduce their impact?
You just said it. Effort, energy, and technique to keep him off the glass.
Coach, since Jalen's minutes have sort of ramped up, you guys are 4-2 in the last 6 games, and the 2 losses, one he didn't play, the second one he was a plus 21. What does he do? A lot's made about his defense, all the time, but on the offensive end, what is he doing offensively that you've seen different this year, and kind of is he taking more ownership on that end of the floor?
I think it starts with the defensive end. So a lot of times where he's getting the stop, getting the steal, getting the turnover, the big block, that leads to transition offense. And his ability to push the basketball changes the game. He has such an elite speed about him with the ball in his hands. So I think those are big keys for us. And then him sitting down and knocking down shots is a big key that, you have to respect him in the pick and roll coming off. But he's also able to make plays in the pocket, but also finding guys on the perimeter.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.